What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Philip20 and I'm back. Check us out. If you can see the digital, the phone in the middle, it's basically telling you how many watts my house is consuming in power. It's about 1555 watts right now. This right here is a mining rig. It's got 5 cards in it. I've got one in the computer, 4 on the ground. I've got one in the computer that allows me to underclock and undervolt the GPUs, and also it allows me to turn the fans up to very high. So, you know, I turn the fans on all the cards up to maximum. And I'm running this additional fan in the middle. You see that in front of the computer. You know, it's blowing air out. You know, it depends, you know, what kind of fan you got. Just check the temperatures. Blowing air in may be better. I prefer to blow air in, but since we're running off of these cards here, you know, it's really going to work with blowing air across them. It's going to help keep the temperature down. And right now with 5 cards we're running 913 watts with the monitor. Okay, so we got 3 power supplies running and we got a monitor. So the power supply in the computer is running all of them. All these cards are identical. They're RX 580s. The gigabyte version, they tend to do okay. They're not as good as the 480s. But the 580s, they hash around 21 or so each, and I'm actually receiving 104 hash right now. So, you know, it goes up and down, but underclocking and undervolting reduces the amount of heat, and also increasing the fan speed makes a big deal on these machines. You can see that my house is pulling 1,681 watts. I decided to come over here and try to reduce the load. I've got another card in another computer right over here. You can see it. I've got this one running, and this computer has been submerged in oil. This card has not been submerged in oil. I put this card in the oil and overclocked it to like really high. You can see a little bit of oil left on it. If you wanted to clean your cards off, you just, you know, soak it in alcohol for, you know, a couple times, and that'll get rid of it. You don't want to soak it for a long time. I'm saying, you know, dip it in alcohol a couple times and then, you know, dry it off real well. But this computer has been running continuously, and I did submerge this whole thing in oil. I pulled it back out of the oil. You know, I was running this refrigeration system to remove the heat. I was bringing the temperature down about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, but I don't have a fan on it right now, so I can't actually run it, and it's a waste of power too. So, you know, if you're an enthusiast and you don't mind using additional power to game at the highest clock speeds ever, that's pretty cool. I'd say no big deal. Let me go ahead and pull this out of the way so you guys can get a quick look at how I was doing it. Right now I don't have all the oil in here. I've got additional oil. I got 8 gallons that is in boxes that need to be used. This project, I would have went about it a different way. This is refrigerant oil, and you know, refrigerant oil has a slight odor to it, and if you don't know that, well, now you do. So, you know, refrigerant oil is kind of a problem if you wanted to do this type of situation, and it's expensive too. You can get mineral oil from Walmart for $2 for 16 ounces, 1 pound, and it's $14 a gallon or so if you calculate it out, and that's way cheaper than, you know, $21 or $17 or whatever. But you know, these 4 gallons are water just to displace, you know, the needed, you know, displacement. You know, it's displacing, you know, additional volume that I don't have. So, you know, I'd like to have additional displacement, but no big deal. So why am I showing you guys videos of all this stuff? This is mining, okay? And you know, most of my subscribers don't know nothing about this. Mining is how you can earn money through cryptocurrency. And if you didn't know too much about cryptocurrency, I'm mining Ethereum. It's going pretty well for me since I can run my equipment on solar, and then I can turn it off at night whenever, you know, it's not running or whatever. But, and like I said, mining Ethereum is what I'm doing. I'm doing it on solar power, and what you need is about 2,000 watts to run 6 cards. That's 1,000 watts, you know, of power consumption. If you wanted to run 6 cards. So if you want to run, you know, 12 cards, you need 4,000 watts. And that's just to run the machines, nothing else. That doesn't do anything for anything else. It's just run the machines. So, you know, these are pretty fun. Here's another project I'm going to do right here. It's going to be a little bit different. And we've got this rack. Big problem with these cards is a lot of heat. So you can see I got the fan on it because it's hot. And if you go over here and look, you can see right there that we're pulling 912 watts. I don't know if you can see it. 912 watts right there. But my house is running 1,577 watts. So, you know, that's a pretty good substantial amount of power. You know, I'm running the house, I'm running, you know, all the stuff in the house, everything's running, and you know, it's doing fine. It's just running really, really well. And you know, you can see the two 850 GPUs, they will run 3 cards each. So, you know, you can run 3 cards that are 580s on one of these. And you know, I've got the CX750M running the graphics card, the CPU, the RAM inside the computer, and all that stuff. So, you know, basically we're running all that stuff, and it's doing fine. And I'm pretty excited. My Ethereum is doing well. I'm pretty stoked. I'm really happy. I probably won't sell any. I'm just gonna mine it for a long time and try to sell it when it's high. Then these cards are running on sunlight right now. Now, if we scroll over, we're making 1,300 watts right now. Normally, when the sunlight's out, we're making a little bit better. But as long as we're at 49 volts, you know, we should be okay. And, you know, I just wanted to get a video out for you guys and show you guys what I'm doing with this mining rig. I'm an avid gamer, so oh, look at all that green. That's Ethereum. That's money right there. Look at that. It's just working its little butt off. So I'm an avid gamer. I love playing video games. I'm gonna make an ultra exotic gaming solution for this whole situation. And I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe, share. More videos to come. I haven't made a whole lot of videos recently, but I've been, you know, unbelievably busy. So, you know, my apologies. You know, dad of 3 over here. More Ethereum. Look at that. That's cool. So, I've got these cards running on solar power. It takes about 2,000 watts with a good inverter to run, you know, 6 cards. You know, you can run 6 cards easily with 2,000 watts. You know, I would suggest to go grid tie if you're running a bunch of mining rigs. That way you just don't have to worry about the batteries, because let me tell you, my battery bank cannot keep up at night. And look how big it is. This battery bank just can't keep up at night. So, you know, that's something you got to deal with. If you want to do something like this, you're going to have to basically, you know, be grid tie. And if you do a grid tie, you'll probably get away with 12 to 1,500 watt solar array will run it during the daytime when it's full sunlight. But if you want to run like 10 of them, you're gonna need, if you wanted to run 10 of them, do 10,000 watts of solar, and then you're gonna want to have the panels, half of them, you know, angled towards, you know, one direction for the sun coming up in the east and the sun going down in the west at a 45-degree angle from south to south. And you know, if you wanted to, you could add 2,500 to 3,000 on a south pointing array. So, you know, like I said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it and liked. Look at all that. That's money coming. It just keeps on rolling in. So that's GPU 1, GPU 4, GPU 4. It's doing good. I'm excited to move forward. I've got more mining that I'm going to be doing coming up, and make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time.